How much weight have you lost so far since whatever? Hey guys, what's up? It is your girl Rain. Welcome to another episode of the Fitness Couch. Well, today I'm doing something a little different. I know you guys are so used to like instructors and trainers. I am going to bring you somebody that is a member. He's amazing. He's wonderful. He's great. And he's going to tell you explain his journey, the other side of what he does. And there is my boo. Hi, boo.
Hey, I'm so happy to be here.
That is Malik there. We're going to get you side by side. Okay, Malik. Okay, so guys, when I call him, we came up with a name. He's my JB and I'm his GG. That means that he is my gym boyfriend. And what am I to you, Malik?
My gym girlfriend.
Malik, I am so happy and honored that you came and you joined us. We've been putting this in the making for a long time. So let's start. Give me some history. Where you're from, different things like that.
Okay, so I'm originally from San Francisco Bay Area. I live in Oakland now. West Side, I am an educator, so I'm a teacher. So I teach 7th grade English, and I've been doing it for about 6 years, but I've always worked in the field of education in one way or another. And then I lived in LA for about 7 years. So started to really get into the fitness world out there, really picked up on just a healthy living lifestyle while I was there. And then once I decided to move back to the Bay Area, that is when things changed. And I was like, all right, I got to keep some of those habits. So I recently moved back to the Bay Area, and now I teach at a independent school out here, giving back to the community and things like that.
Were you ever obese, overweight when you were younger?
Yes.
Okay.
So when I was a little kid, oh my God. So when I was a little kid, I loved to eat. My mother has this story about me when I was like maybe one or a baby, where we would go into the grocery store, and every time there was some bread or something, I would start crying, just a greedy kid. So she would give me some bread and I would want it right then and there, and she'll give it to me. So I was one of those kids that always ate all of his food. My brother would eat a little bit and go run, or my cousin would never finish her food, but I was the one that always ate all of the food. So I was always chunky. So when my brother would be like, let's run to the end of the block, we would run, but I would never be able to catch him because I was chunky. I was a chunky kid. And so my family was always like, all right, Malik, watch what you eating. No, don't eat all of that, because I was a little bit of a chunky kid.
Now, what was I know, I don't, I'm not a therapist, and I don't want to change this into like a therapy session, but why? Other kids were running and jumping and this and that and the other, and your whole comfort thing was food. Why was that?
I think for me, I don't know. I think it goes back to family. My family, the way and this is not bashing my family or anything, but the way we did a lot of community or communications or things together was strictly through food.
Right.
So whenever we get together, it was what restaurant we're going to, what we eat, what we're doing, who's cooking, that was what we've always done. So my whole life was around food, and I grew up in a family that, has hypertension, diabetes, things like that. And although we knew what we were supposed to do to get better and be healthy, doesn't mean we actually did it, right? And so it just, I think for me, it always been a form of family history. That's just how we always come together. And then as I got older, it has become a form of medicine, whereas I will be bored or when I have nothing to do, or I'll have a bad day. Oh, I have my snacks, like my typical go-to snacks in high school, even when I was in junior college, would be a big bag of Lay's potato chips, cranberry juice, and like a honey bun.
Okay.
And some candy. And I would literally sit on the bed, lay on the bed, and just eat and watch TV.
Were you ever teased, or you just was comfortable with it? When you were younger, did anybody tease you with that?
To be honest with you, I didn't get teased by the kids at school about my weight. I got teased by the kids at school because I was feminine, but it wasn't because of my weight. But it was mainly because I experienced more teasing and more stuff like that from my family, to be honest with you. Yeah. It was more like, why are you eating all that?
Family, they know how to they be like, put that down.
Right, put that down. Or why you over there eating that again? You see, you're gonna eat the whole house. They used to say, you're gonna eat a house out of home.
Yeah. Yeah.
So my family was the one that did a lot of the body shaming, food, judgment and all that stuff, even though no one's super healthy and no one's watching what they eat, but they were very much on me about like, why are you eating that? Or you done got big, or you done gained weight.
Yeah. Was it ever a point where you said to yourself, okay, enough is enough? Like, okay, now I'm getting older. I'm tired. Was it something that someone said? Was it something that you did? Was like, what happened to say, okay, I need to start really working out?
Well, when I moved to LA, I moved to LA in 2013. I was 21. I was getting ready to go I transferred schools to go to college. And I realized that a lot of my friends that I liked and I enjoyed hanging out with were into fitness.
LA,
so if I wanted to hang out with my friends, we was going on a hike. And I was like, oh, come on, y'all. Right. And we'll go on a hike and they'll be like, let's run up this hill. And I'm like, what? And so I'll be out of breath and tired. And they're like, all right, Malik. And I would just watch how they would do things. Like they would always hit the gym. They were very good about portion control. There was always meal prepping. Working out was a part of their daily schedule. So I knew to be with my friends, that was something that I was going to have to do. I was going to have to work out with them if I wanted to see them. I knew that between the hours of 4 when we got out of class to maybe 7, I couldn't reach my friends because everybody was in the gym. So I realized like that was something that I was like, I want to look healthy. I want to feel good. And I think at that time, it was all about the feeling. It was more about the look because it was the look first. It's always the look first. Yeah. It was the look first because I was like, I want to look good. I want to look good in clothes and like that. And I did. And then as I started getting older, as I'm in my late 20s now, I realized that things are changing. So now it's more about the feeling, right? So now I'm like, okay, I'm feeling a little down today, I feel a little anxious, and then I hop on the spin bike, or I go for a run, or I go outside, and then that shifts everything. Yeah, I met you through Army. I met you through taking an Angela Davis class, and a Coons class, and then you've taken my class too. So I am very honored and very blessed. You love to like. I noticed you love taking classes. Is it more than going outside, going for a hike or a bike ride? Do you like taking the classes more? Well, here's the thing. I love to dance, as you know. I love to dance. Yes. So I love to dance. So music is always my thing. I always love to dance. When I was even when I was younger, I would go into the garage at my mom's house and I would turn off some music, play some music in my ears, and I would dance. And then when I started getting into spin class, I was like, oh shoot, we dancing on a bike. On a bike. I'm gonna do that. I like that. Or like boot camps. We still moving. Like even though we lifting, we moving. And then when I took your class, your Tambora class, we still dancing. And like you're adding a lot of dancing. So I'm like, I like this because I'm not a big fan. I hate cardio. I hate to run, and I don't like hiking. I will do it because I need to stay healthy. But I'm like, if I don't like cardio, I need to find a fun way to do cardio. So spin class, your class, those are fun ways of doing cardio and keeping my, keep my body moving because I am a bigger guy. So in order for me to shed weight, I need more cardio. Yeah. Have you, how much weight have you lost so far since whenever, this year or something? I'll say, because I did pack it on in the beginning of the quarantine. Pandemic. I was just having who didn't, right? And I was having a really hard year that year because of just like changes at work. And then all of a sudden the pandemic happened. And then I was going through a move because I was moving from LA to the Bay Area. And I gained maybe a good 30 pounds. So far I lost about 12 pounds. Really? Because it looks like you lost more than that, but okay. And it could have, I think it's pounds on the scale. Yeah, and then the inches. But I probably lost more inches. Yeah, I probably lost more inches. But what helped is just being consistent.
That's what I was going to ask you. My last question, like, what advice would you give somebody that's looking at this, this footage, and they're saying like, I can't find that mojo. What advice would you give them?
Okay, so here's the thing. Do what works for you. That's one thing. I'll give you 3 points. First thing, do what works for you. Like I said, I don't like to run outside. I don't like to do all that hiking stuff. I feel like running sometimes. Like we have a big lake out here in Oakland called the Grand Lake, and we run around it, kind of like our Central Park, and we run around it and stuff like that. But it's boring. So for me, spin class works. A step class may work for you. Raised Tambora class may work for you. Like something that gets you moving. So you're still moving, but it makes it fun. So do what works for you. Secondly, be consistent. Even if you don't see the weight dropping right away, because I used to get in my head, it's like, dang, I'm still not losing weight.
Right.
I feel like, and dang, why am I even doing this? And you just keep going, because I remember I was working out every day in the pandemic and even a little after, and I didn't see no change. And by the time June came, July, I took a picture and people were like, whoa, you lost some weight. And I was like, really?
Right.
I haven't even noticed. I've just been like doing it every day because I've been more focusing on how I feel and my mental health than losing weight. And sometimes, so when you're not focusing on the look, and you focus on the mental behind it instead of being healthy, then you realize, oh my God, like I'm actually losing the weight. It's happening. Yeah. And then the last point would just be like have an accountability partner, like have some people that can hold you accountable. And that's one thing I appreciated about Army and social media is that we all found each other.
Yeah.
We all found each other. We all hold each other accountable. But I'll be honest, I look at your Instagram, Rain, and I see you, I'm on this hill again, or I ran those stairs. Whoo, Akun, you killed me today, but I did.
Right.
And then I'm like, she's still out there. She's still getting it. She's, every day. So that motivates me to keep going.
No, because a lot of times people, they don't have the team, or they feel as though they're out there, they're on their own. And somebody said to me recently, sent me a post and said, you're not going to always have somebody say, come on, let's go, let's get up. You have to have that first. And if you can join the team, if you can join the squad, then do that. I think, that's one of the things I look at you and I admire you too, because I'm like, okay, we can do this. It's me, you, Janine, it's Lays, we're all in there. And and I'm meeting so many people. So I know a lot of people like, I don't want to go back to the gym yet. And it's cool, but there's other avenues,
Right.
Yeah. And I'm so glad I met you on social media.
Yes, my girlfriend.
Are you ready for your last questions?
Okay, yes.
Okay. What is your favorite music?
I would say like music that helps me get in the mindset of like working out. Hip-hop. Hip-hop, pop music, EDM, dance, like stuff like that. Or like soca from your class.
Right.
God, like when we was doing Tambora and we was doing the soca, I was like, okay, I like this.
You kind of lost it there. What's your favorite color?
Orange.
Okay. What's your favorite junk food?
Chips.
What kind? I like the barbecue wings.
I like the plain. I can eat plain. I can eat salt and vinegar. I can eat barbecue.
What's your favorite alcoholic beverage?
Tequila.
Would you rather live in the sea or the sky?
The sea.
Me too.
I like water. I like.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah, I like that. I don't like the sky. I don't even like to fly.
Daytime or nighttime?
Daytime.
Me too. That's why you got your boyfriend. Besides teaching, education, what other profession would you like to get into?
I actually thought about this. I actually wanted to do journalism.
Okay.
So maybe to do like a news correspondent or something. And then now that I got into fitness, I was like, shoot, I wouldn't even mind being a little fitness coach or something if I,
What profession would you definitely would not want to be in? No way, like I'm done. I would never want to do that.
One that I wouldn't want to do, but my mother does it, so hats off to her, is work at the DMV.
DMV, okay.
The people come in there and they be so mad and frustrated. And
we sure do. We sure do. Shout out to Mom for putting up with our shit. What's a favorite quote that you can leave us with?
Okay, so there's two of them, but I could think because one is biblical that I live by. That he that performs a good work in you shall perform it to the day of Jesus Christ. So it pretty much says like, if God has a plan for you and he has work for you, it's gonna fulfill itself throughout time, right? So I love that because it's like God already has a plan for me here, right? I already have a plan. I already have something that's here for me, and so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do everything I can to fulfill that. I'm gonna live to see it happen. I'm gonna live to see all the things I have going for myself and that God has put in me come to fruition.
You are so dope. I love you. I thank you so much. And we're doing this because he's in Oakland. I'm going to come out there. I'm going to head out to LA in November. And I might have to we might have to be in LA or meet in Oakland or something because I got to hug you. Bye, guys. Thank you again. This is Malik. I'm going to tag you on his page. He's a phenomenal, if you're in the Bay Area, he's phenomenal teacher, friend, coach. Like, we got to get him to teach Deborah very soon. But I will tag you his page. Malik, I love you. Thank you, baby.
All right. Thank you. Bye.
Okay.